I know. I think they all look new.
No, the ones on the very top are new.
Okay. But your shirt still looks new. They don't look fucked up.
Grandma, come find me.
She cannot see you already. You're under the table. I saw you.
No, you don't.
I did see you. I saw you. Are they coming back? Why did they freeze over again? They not put free on the instrument?
Grandma, come see me.
They said there's something wrong with the compressor.
Oh, okay.
Grandma, come find me.
I looked out the window and I saw something white, and I'm like, what is that white shit? I looked out, I'm like, that's fucking ice. Over the whole damn thing.
Grandma, do you see me?
I do see you. I'm under the table.
Do you see me?
Alright, close that dryer. So you know, you ready to eat right now?
No.
Okay.
I want to play. Grandma, do you see me? Do you see me?
I do see you.
Do you see me?
I do see you.
Do you see me?
Right there.
Gotcha!
Here we go. These supposed to be for friends.
The ones in the
basket.
basket do.
Do you see me?
Some of those are the ones I folded up out of my
Box.
Like one of them is that little couple of those baby clothes.
Do you see me?
I do see you, baby. I saw you already. I saw you a long time ago.
Are you a baby?
What about this shirt right here on the couch?
No. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Grandma, do you see me?
What about those socks on the floor over there?
No.
Grandma, are you a birthday cake? Haha. That's always sitting between your face.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. In the middle of a cold night in 1984, but the Colts are back and we're underway in Baltimore. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Jackson looking to throw right away. Buying time to his left. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man covers were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit and hit it.
There he goes, right side. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 60 yards. And the Ravens need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
That's why you do it.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, because you did something stupid with it and now I got a hole in it, so it's shrinking.
Where? I can't see it.
You ain't never seen it, so it's a hole in it.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all levered on defense. Able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Lets one go downfield for Pierce. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
Now it's 2nd and 10. That's complete to Pierce. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it, got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Plenty of things to talk about here, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup.
Counting down toward the midway in
Huh?
I don't know.
First carry now for Trey Sermon. Take this one down to about the 40. Travis Jones makes the tackle.
Come high.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Play action. Richardson. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. That would go for 16, and the drive will continue.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there. They're going to get a very strong drive as a response.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Down at the 22, gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming out. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Again, it's Taylor. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 41 yards rushing for him on their opening drive in the contest, and it's now 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all this stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's kind of like clockwork.
And that is caught. Touchdown.
Touchdown, 1st down, touchdown.
Josh Downs, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
I gave you your own. Give me that one back.
Gay on for the extra point.
There's yours right on the table. Give me that one. There's yours. Yes.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
You're just like a kid. Why she acts the way she acts.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drop. They watched the other side just score, but remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right
see if that's a maintenance.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So they haven't been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field. And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
These two teams are tied after
So far, so good. So far, so good.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. After 23, it's 2nd and 12. As they've got it as we resume action. On second down, Jackson. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. This one across the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. You get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 on that one and another first down.
What is this example of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do? How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch?
Move in front of the camera.
We count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
You don't know what your guy's doing.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson.
But you don't know what you're doing.
I'm part of your mouth.
It's second down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback in this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Jackson now off the bootleg. This will go to Henry. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
This is another pitch and catch there. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Right side, there's Likely with it. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Play action. It's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down. He gives himself up there at the end. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's what they want. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Play action. Now Jackson. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
They're not out there.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
14. You don't need this light, either. You really don't.
Again, it's Henry. And he couldn't quite get done.
This is going to be a long...
And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all time. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And he'll get in. Touchdown. Patrick Ricard as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And it's incomplete. But a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we got.
Well,
Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Only with Jesus.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
I don't care.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
That's what you get.
Okay, who do you think so?
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. On first down, Richardson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Final shot before the half. Richardson. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead, trying the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd down and 8.
All right, I'm going to turn it on and see what we can't get.
Okay.
He thinks it's low on pressure, but I think it's enough. Hey, I'm doing what
like I
boss
said,
said.
it was full earlier. So
Yeah, it was cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Even though it was frozen, most of the time when it was frozen, it wouldn't work no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it stayed hot.
It did stay cool a little bit.
Yeah.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Up the middle, here's Taylor. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. They give to Taylor out of the gun. Shelling through the defense. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Now Richardson going to shift things up. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively at 2nd down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The veteran Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
This new man.
Yeah. It's 25. 26 don't come out till August something.
Richardson.
Yeah. I love man.
Looking for Colts, and he's got it. Touchdown.
Yeah. I'm always a Colts, baby. Always.
23 yards for the
I was Christian
touchdown.
Ford.
And the Colts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, they were down 6 at intermission, but they quickly erased that deficit. And, Charles, now they've got a chance to take the lead.
And while being down 6 points, obviously not an insurmountable lead, tying a game up, that just relaxes a whole team, doesn't it? And now when you add the extra point and you go up, you really feel good about what you've accomplished.
Come back.
Extra point
I
by
believe
Kane
so.
is up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd.
He didn't say he was done.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now Jackson on first down, forced out to his left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw. And in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Henry up the middle. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operated.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
They will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second and 7. To throw is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Jackson and Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now it's Jackson. Under a heavy
Good
rush,
job.
and down he goes.
Quick pay, bring the pain.
Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Flush to his right.
You love me, Henry?
Jackson's going to have the first down as he gets to the ground to avoid the contact.
Why you saying we say straight face it?
I don't know else how to say it.
When you smile like that, it's how it seems for me.
Pepper, you love me too.
I sure do.
You sure do love me?
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning.
Come on, take it.
Here's first and 10.
Let's eat. Let's wait and eat and watch our movie.
I want you to get away.
Come on, sit down.
Okay. I want you to get away.
Get away where?
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a first and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On first and 10, it's Jackson. A short one there, caught by Likely. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run it again with Henry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
And while doing work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
What's going on?
And here's another kneel down as he'll try to set up the game winner. Second down, goal to go. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left.
Love the field goal. We win the game.
So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Go ahead, Henry.
That's all I got to drink.
Close game that went down to the wire to put a clean one, 2 turnovers in this contest.
I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today,
I think
I made that mistake.
I've been to pop at least
A very entertaining
at
game.
least for a year. And I've been drinking pop for at least for a whole year.
It's not stop. It's on the clock. No juice in it.
I mean, every now and then, if somebody has juice.
For my partner, Charles Davis. And
If I go over to Charlotte's mom's house or something,
this has been a
they have juice or water or something. But other than that, I ain't drunk nothing. I ain't drunk nothing other than pop. I always buy cases of pop. That's why I take to work with me. That's why I drink at home.
It's so soft right now.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got no pickles, that's right, they got stolen. All my pickles in there like bullshit. That's all from the beginning. You know about it. With tools. Razor, shit. Razors, clippers, pliers.
I understand. I had to start over a few times. I don't know. It gets easier every time.
It's easier every time, and it's a different experience every time. Okay, Evan. You did your homework.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Commanders Field, located near our nation's capital, here in Landover, Maryland.
Not no wing, you know me. They said over there, stop me, it says, you need ID. You will not be able to log in until you show this ID verification on this shit.
Yeah.
That's cool. I ain't tripping. I'm like,
Here's the former
damn.
Utah
I know my pass is trying
to
to
get this one started. And off we
I didn't even
go
need to
with our
answer the
nation's
question.
capital.
Verify. No, you need an ID.
And the opening
I'm like,
kickoff will not be
damn.
returned.
They
as
not.
that
They serve.
will be a touchback.
Oh my damn. They said my chef Jack was stuff should be here tomorrow. That's exciting.
In motion left, that's Crowder. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out.
That whole
Loss of
really
2
helps.
on the first play from
Can you
scrimmage.
tell?
Second down.
Usually your real voice
Danger,
in
Charles,
there.
of running plays like this for your
How
wide
to put that
receiver. They
little
can
fuck
be big or
It
they
didn't
can be
today.
duds.
Yeah, you're exactly
That's
right
a
about
blessing
that,
within
because if
itself.
you're forced
You
to
hear
try
me?
to go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Jeez, just went back to the same play again.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but man, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there, all 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Daniels looking to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. And they were able to get him down and force the punt.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll run with a 2nd-round pick from April's draft. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Let's go, Colts.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They go play action with Richardson. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Yeah, really a fantastic play, not only to pick that up, but he had to run a long way, Charles, in the direction to hit pay dirt. He did it, and they got the first lead.
And that certainly changes the early tone of this game, doesn't it, partner? One moment, they were going to be in early control. Now they just have a few moments to clear their heads and get back out there against an electrifying defense.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
That one finds Pierce right
I hope so. I literally got it to stop freezing outside.
Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver.
I just don't think your compressor outside's kicking on all the way. It came on a couple times out there. Can I check your vent over here?
Here's third and a few inches. On the handoff, Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts first down. This will get this up to about the 42.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just third and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break up a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. They'll find Taylor. That's complete. Fights him off. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Try the left side with Taylor. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their
job. Don't come over here looking for her.
Doing a little bit more.
She don't stay here.
Tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Running left, Taylor. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
This 2nd and 4. Richardson going to change the play here. To throw is Richardson. Looking to throw on second down. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So 1st and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick 6. They'll run here with Taylor. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Quick throw completed by Richardson. Touchdown, Colts. Alec Pierce from 8 yards out. And the Colts are an extra point away from evening this one up. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. But a really nice drive.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Quick slant.
You've got to be kidding me.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's still on his feet. He may go. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
Everything went wrong.
Seibert on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
3 timeouts, 2 minutes, 1 touchdown. Do what?
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
I don't know what time did I wake up. I don't even know what time I woke up.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
I think he's watching this one in court.
And he's pulled down, getting this one up to about the 35. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Escaping the pressure right.
You're not going to do it, Mr5Price.
He'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. He'll be 2nd and a couple.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
On second down, it's Taylor. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and well-supported. I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Let's go, Colts.
3rd down and 1. And they'll try and run for the first with Sermon. And some room to roam now. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Richardson. Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. And the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Richardson looking to throw this. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down.
You like it?
Going quickly out to the right side, and they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Taken at the goal line, and with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go way down to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter, and Charles, they're trailing. I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal.
coaching staff, and even better execution.
Taking about the 16. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Daniels. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
Here's 2nd and 7. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. On the catch, it's Crowder.
Oh.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I'm not playing. It's getting on my nerves.
Daniels going to throw for it. Pass taken.
Oh my goodness.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen his margin, too.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Daniels now on 1st and 10. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch. It's still an effective gain nonetheless.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. To the air goes Daniels. This is swung out to Eckler. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Two quarters have come and gone. Back now at Commanders Field. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Fighting for your life. Okay, let's get this set.
Back to Robinson now on first down.
What in the world, y'all?
Brought down at about the 6-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Gotta tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
They'll run with Robinson, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back.
Turn his head all the way around.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Good.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. To throw is Daniels. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
Oh, he dragged him into the end zone. Dragged him into the end zone.
8 yards out, and the Commanders are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try to ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. Now this will frustrate a coach right here. The flag is out before they get off the extra point, and this is going to be a delay of game. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense back a bit.
The game's delayed.
Another attempt now from 5 yards further back. And the lead is now 13. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Richardson's throw caught by Pierce. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Richardson looking to throw. He's going to let it
Oh,
go.
come on.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to take over once again. At their own 25-yard line. Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys up.
Taking it right down Broadway. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. set. 3 yards. And the Commanders have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
You break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
The air is coming in there.
And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete. It's Adonai Mitchell. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
I got the pressure to where I want it.
Back to throw. Here's
So your
Richardson.
compressor was just...
And that's going to be
Your compressor was who's your quarterback? You got
AR.
but it's
Yeah.
3rd down.
Even with such a big
He's a
lead,
good quarterback.
the effort hasn't lasted one bit.
I like him. I just wish he...
Wants to score some
Play
points.
better.
Yeah,
Play better.
Not decision.
It's just
Your compressor, whenever... So it wasn't enough, so your compressor wasn't even kicking on. That's why I couldn't feel that much air. So whenever I added the right amount, it kicked on, it shut off, it kicked on. I don't know if you could hear it, but it'd go, real loud, and then it shut off. I don't know if I can't keep your compressor on, that means you're going to need a new unit. That's the way I look at it, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm going to tell him what's going on. I was wanting to shut it off for a little bit. Because it's not freezing no more. That's good. So,
that's the good sign.
So, but it's just a fan that's run, that's why it's not pushing out air like we want to.
Drop the ball.
This game overall, it's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball.
2nd and 10. Richardson completes a quick one out wide, and he can't quite get there.
Still not a touchdown.
At the 1.
certainly not shied away from throwing the football. They leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate. That last one earning them a new set of downs.
Taylor, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. Now the Colts going to burn a second of their timeouts. As they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
What in the world? How come I can't throw the ball?
And it's third down. Now some trickery. They fake the spike. Flushed out right. And he's going to get into the end zone. So the fake spike works, and they score. Anthony Richardson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. And he is going to get in there for the 2 points to make this a 12-point game. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now there's one timeout remaining defensively, but they don't really need to use it here.
Yeah, time they would use it strictly for football.
Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get under a minute to go now in the football game. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry him along.
He was a junkie. He had a big ass bag of stuff on his back. And he was dirty, like dirty as fuck.
Yeah, that's all I know. I'm coming right looking for her.
2nd and 11 now.
Did not stay here.
Look, who is it?
None of your business. My business at Patience.
I didn't take no one. Watch out under your knees.
Here, girl. You about to get on my nerves.
Hi.
Here. You want some to eat it?
Accepted and it backs
I don't
the
care.
offense up
You asked for it. Take it. See, you about to take a nap. You about to take a nap. You just asked for it so you can complain about something. I don't play this since you complain.
Robinson up the middle. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Now fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Commanders 1st down, and that should just